Welcome back. In this module, we are going to discuss about computer networks. With the advent of computers in every field of life, sharing of resources such as hardware, software and information became an emerging need. The necessity of sharing resources among different computers led to the line computer system called networks. Business today rely on computer networks and internet. The development of personal computers brought an ever new change to business, industry, science and education. In the same way, data communication and computer networks open up a very broad way to exchange not only audio or video but every type of information or resources. Network classifications. A network is a set of devices or nodes connected by communication links. A node can be a computer, printer or any other device capable of sending and or receiving data generated by other nodes on the networks. A network must be able to meet a certain number of criteria. The most important of these are performance, reliability and security. Performance. Performance can be measured in different ways, including transit time and response time. Transit time is the amount of time required for a message to travel from one device to another. Response time is the elapsed time between an inquiry and a response. The performance of a network depends on a number of factors like number of users, type of medium, capabilities of the hardware and efficiency of software. Reliability. It is measured by the accuracy of delivery, frequency of failure, time it takes a link to recover from a failure and the network's robustness. Security. Network security issues include protection from unauthorized access, damage of data, development of new information and implementing policies and procedures for recovery from the data losses. According to the physical layout of the network and the number of devices connected, network can be classified into different types. Based on topology. The term topology refers to the way in which networks are physically connected together. Topology determines the complexity and therefore the cost of the network cable installation. It is the geometric representation of the relationship to one another. Basic topologies are bus, ring, star and mesh. Bus topology. Here, a single main cable connects each node and each node is connected to two other. The one long cable acts as the backbone to link all the devices in the network. Nodes are connected to the bus cable by drop lines and tapes. The drop line is a connection running between the devices and the main cable. A tape is a connector that either splices into the main cable or punctures the sheathing of a cable to create a contact with the metallic core. The network operating system keeps track of a unique electronic address for each node and manages the flow of data based on this addressing scheme. The bus topology is the simplest and most widely used network design. As a signal travels along the backbone, it becomes weaker and weaker as it travels further and further. Hence, there is a limit on the number of tapes a bus can support and on the distance between those tapes. Bus topology is easy to install and uses less cabling, but it is difficult for reconnection and fault isolation. Adding new devices require modification or replacement of the backbone as it is usually designed to be optimally efficient at installation. Bus topology was one of the first topologies used in the early LANs. Ring topology. In ring topology, each device has a dedicated point-to-point connection with only the two devices on either side of it. A signal is passed along the ring in one direction from device to device until it reaches its destination. Each device in the ring uses a repeater. When a device receives a signal intended for another device, its repeater regenerates the bits and passes them along. A ring is easy to install and reconfigure. Adding or deleting a device requires changing only two connections, but it has a maximum ring length and restriction for number of devices. But unidirectional traffic has the disadvantage that a break in the ring such as a disabled station can disable the entire network. This is solved by using a dual ring or a switch that is capable of closing off the break. Ring networks usually follow a token passing protocol. Star topology. Each computer on a star topology has a dedicated point-to-point link with a central hub that resends the message either to all the computers or in a broadcast star network or only to the destination computer in the switched star network. Of these topologies, the star network is perhaps the oldest, having evolved from the paradigm of a large central computer serving many users. A star topology is less expensive than a mesh topology. Additions, moves and deletions involve only one connection between that device and the hub. If one link fails, only that link is affected. All other links remain active. This factor makes fault identification and fault isolation an easy task. The biggest disadvantage of star topology is that the whole topology is dependent on a single point called hub. If the hub goes down, the whole system is dead. In a mesh topology, every device has a dedicated point-to-point link to every other device. The term dedicated means that the link carries traffic only between the two devices it connects. The number of physical links in a fully connected mesh network with n nodes is n into n minus 1 divided by 2. A mesh offers several advantages over other network topologies. The use of dedicated links guarantees that each connection can carry its own data load, thus eliminating the traffic problems that can occur when links must be shared by multiple devices. If one link becomes unusable, it does not affect the entire system. This type of network has an added advantage of privacy or security. When every message travels along a dedicated line, only the intended recipient sees it. Physical boundaries prevent other users from gaining access to messages. The disadvantage of mesh are the amount of cabling and the number of input-output ports required. An example of a mesh topology is the connection of telephone regional offices, in which each regional office needs to be connected to every other regional office. Next, based on size. The category of a network is generally determined by its size. They are local area network or LAN. LAN is usually privately owned. It normally consists of a collection of computers in a single building, office or campus. For example, the computers on a university campus or those in a manufacturing company are connected by a LAN. Depending on the needs of an organization and the type of technology used, a LAN can be simple like two PCs and a printer, or it can be extended to include the entire company and its audio and video peripherals. Currently, size of the LAN is limited to a few kilometers. LANs are distinguished from other type of networks by their transmission media and topology. The most common LAN topologies are bus, ring and star. The speeds of the LANs are normally 100 to 1000 Mbps. Wireless LANs are the newest evolution in LANs technology. IEEE has defined the specification for a wireless LAN called IEEE 802.11, which covers the physical and data link layer. Wide Area Network or WAN. A WAN links machines over a greater distance like neighboring cities or opposite sides of the world. WAN provides long distance transmission of data, image, audio and video over large geographical areas such as country, continent or the whole world. A WAN can be simple enough to connect a home computer to the internet or can be as complex as the backbones that connect the internet. The wireless WAN is getting more popular now. Metropolitan Area Network or MAN. A MAN is with a size between a LAN and a WAN. It normally spans a local connectivity like inside a town or a city. It is designed for high-speed connectivity. An example of MAN is the part of the telephone company network that provides a high-speed DSL line to the customer. Another common example is the cable TV. Network that originally was designed for cable TV but today can also be used for high-speed data connection to the internet. Today, isolated use of LAN, WAN or MAN is very rare. Instead, they are connected to one another to form an internetwork or internet. Network protocols. For a network to do its functions reliably, there should be some rules and regulations to conduct the activities. Such rules are called protocols. These protocol standards have its own importance in developing network technologies and communication with other systems. Without any rules governing to the communication of different models in a network, all may try to transmit messages at the same time or may fail to relay messages. One approach used is the token ring protocol developed by IBM in 1970s and still using in networks based on ring topology. In this protocol, all the machines in the network transmit messages in one common direction. Hence, all the messages will move in the same direction by being forwarded from node to node. When the message reaches its destination, the destination machine keeps a copy of it and forwards around the ring. When the forwarded copy reaches the originating computer, that machine knows that the message must have reached its destination and removes the message from the ring. To avoid the problem of a single machine transmitting messages of its own constantly, a unique bit pattern called a token is passed around the ring. Only the machine which possesses the token is allowed to transmit its own messages. Without the token, a machine is only allowed to forward messages. If the token possessed has multiple messages to transmit, after transmitting one message and when that message completes its cycle, the machine should forward the token to the network. In this way, each machine in the network has equal opportunity to include messages of its own as the token goes around the ring. Another protocol for coordinating message transmission is used in bus topology is based on Ethernet protocol collection. The right to transmit messages is controlled by the protocol known as Carrier Sense Multiple Access with Collision Detection or CSMA/CD. According to this protocol, each message be broadcasted to all the machines on the bus. Each machine monitors all and receives only those which are addressed to them. To transmit message, a machine waits until the bus is silent and then transmits. If another machine also begins transmitting, both machines detect the clash or collision and waits for certain amounts of time before trying to transmit again. Combining networks. Sometimes to extend a communication system, existing networks are connected. This is done by connecting the networks to form a large version of the same type of networks. For example, bus networks are connected to form a single large bus. This is done by the devices known as repeaters, bridges and switches. The repeater simply passes signals back and forth between the two original buses with some amplification without considering the meaning of the signals. A bridge is more complex than a repeater. It connects two buses but does not necessarily pass all messages across the connection. It looks at the destination address accompanied with each message and forward it only when the destination is on the other side. Thus, two machines residing on the same side of the bridge can exchange messages without interfering the communication on the other side. A switch is a bridge with multiple connections, allowing it to connect several buses rather than just two. As with bridges, a switch considers the destination address of all messages and forwards only those messages destined for other spokes. The existence of repeaters bridges and switches is transparent to the individual computers in the system. Sometimes the network to be connected have incompatible connection characteristics between ring with token ring and Ethernet bus with CSMA bus CD. In such cases, the network must be connected in a manner that builds a network of networks called internet, not the internet. The connection between two networks to form an internet is handled by a router. A router is a computer belonging to both networks that forwards messages in one network to another. The task of router is significantly greater because it should convert from a network using one protocol to another network using some other protocol. The networks are categorized by the roles the server and the PCs play in terms of hierarchical and security interaction. Some networks are server-based networks and some other are peer-to-peer networks. Server-based model. Server-based networks usually include many nodes and one or more servers, which control user access to the network's resources. This central computer is known as the file server, network server, application server, or just server. Files and programs used by more than one user are often stored on the server. When a node needs information from the server, it requests the file containing the information. The server stores and forwards the files to nodes that request them. Users or nodes must log on to the network to gain access to its resources. An important type of server-based network is the client-server network, where individual computers share the processing and storage workload with a central server. Client-server networks can be used on LANs or WANs. The common example of a client-server computing is a database that can be accessed by many computers on the network. When a user needs to find information in the database, the client software sends a query to the server, which searches the database and returns the information to the user's PC. Peer-to-peer model. In peer-to-peer network or P2PN or work group, all nodes on the network have equal relationships to all others and all have similar type of software that supports the sharing of resources. Here, each node has access to at least some of the resources on all other nodes. Many client operating systems such as Windows 9X, Windows 2000, Windows ME, Windows XP and the Macintosh OS have built-in support for peer-to-peer networking. One of the most desirable characteristics of the peer-to-peer network is the managed and controlled access to the shared resources. Some high-end peer-to-peer networks allow distributed computing. The Internet. Simply stating, the Internet is a network and a global communication system that links together several thousands of individual networks. This enhances the users of any computer on any network to exchange messages, communicate in real time, share data and programs with any other user on any other network. The Internet started its journey in 1969 when the Advanced Research Projects Agency or the ARPA of the US Department of Defense began connecting computers at different universities and defense contractors. The network was called ARPANET. The Internet acts as a carrier for several different services, each with its own distinct features and purposes. The most commonly used Internet services are electronic mail, news, file transfer protocol, chat, instant messaging, online services and peer-to-peer services. Security. When a computer is connected to a network, chance for attack and unauthorized access are more. There are numerous ways in which a computer system and the data it can be attacked if it is connected to any network. Some malicious software are used for this. Examples for this type of software are viruses, worms, Trojan horses and spyware. A virus is a software or programming code that replicates by being copied or initiating its copying to another program, computer boot sector or document. Viruses can be transmitted as attachments to an email note or in a downloaded file or be present on a diskette or CD. Some viruses are playful in intent and some can be quite harmful, erasing data or causing the hard disk to require reformatting. It is important to note that a virus cannot be spread without a human action, such as running an infected program to keep it going. A worm is similar to a virus by design and is considered to be a type of virus. Worms spread from computer to computer, but unlike a virus, it has the capacity to travel without any human action. A worm takes advantage of file or information transport features on the system to travel itself. The biggest danger with a worm is its capability to replicate itself on the system. So, rather than a single computer sending out a single worm, it could send out hundreds or thousands of copies of itself. A Trojan horse is full of as much trickery as the mythological Trojan horse it was named after. The Trojan horse will actually do damage if it is installed or run on the computer once. Those on the receiving end of a Trojan horse are usually tricked into opening them because they appear to be receiving legitimate software or files from a legitimate source. When a Trojan is activated on the computer, the results can vary. Some Trojans are designed to be more annoying than malicious, like changing desktop or adding silly active desktop icons, or they can cause serious damage by deleting files and destroying information on the system. Trojans are also known to create a backdoor on computers that gives malicious users access to the system, possibly allowing confidential or personal information to be compromised. Unlike viruses and worms, Trojans do not reproduce by infecting other files, nor do they self-replicate. Another type of malicious software is the spyware that collects information about activities at the computer on which it resides and reports it to the attacker. A firewall is used as a primary prevention technique for such attacks. Spam filters are firewalls to block unwanted email. Proxy server is used as an intermediary between a client and a server to shield the client from the actions of a server. Antivirus softwares are used to detect the presence of non-viruses and other infections. This module provides a base for computer networks, which includes the study of how the various resources such as hardware, software and information are shared among different computers. Here, the different types of computer networks based on size and topology are illustrated. This module covers the topics such as various connectors used in the network and different communication through the network. This module ends by referring to the Internet, which is the network of networks and its security issues. Try to answer the following questions. List 4 types of network topologies used in networks. Identify 2 ways of classifying computer networks. Explain the CSMA/CD protocol. How does a hub differ from a repeater? Write a note on router, switch and bridge. Describe the client-server model. What are the services provided by the Internet? Why the Internet is sometimes described as a network of networks. Books for your reference. J. Glenn Brookshire, Computer Science an Overview, 10th edition, Addison Wesley. Barrows A. Ferguson, Data Communications and Networking, 4th edition, Tata McGraw-Hill. Dr. M. Jain and Satish Jain, Data Communication and Networking, BPB Publications. Hope you enjoyed this session. See you next time. Until then, bye.